time on The Great Ace Attorney 2.
It's the boss. The boss is sick.
What?
No! No!
No way! We were so focused that it'd be Makotoba.
I just found his body shot with a pistol.
Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was really shot.
Where did this take place?
A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. The boss he was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was going to show him. I've become a proper detective.
Do you have any idea who the culprit is?
I got him already. Oh, what awful person did this? It was the Reaper.
Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? It's Baroque Van Zieks, the police
No,
arrested.
it was the other bloke with the cloak that walks around like a vampire.
No, it was the other Van Zieks, because there's so many of them.
The police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though.
Not hanging off the candelabra.
He's hiding under the wig. It's just going to materialise out the floorboards with them wearing it.
Oi! What do you think you're doing there? Blimey, ain't you lot never gone over an house looking for dough when the owners are out of town?
Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt. I'm not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly...
Taylor,
Heaven.
Taylor, this is a serious situation. Our boy Gregson's died.
Almost as if somebody has...
Oh, for God's sake. They really are just serving it up, aren't they?
I mean, I wouldn't advise twisting it. That might be a little painful. Is it a container?
Oh, you know what? Actually, yes. To bring everyone out of the gutter, Sarah. That's a good shout.
I didn't really know much about the boss till then, but it turns out he's a bit of a legend at the yard. They say he managed to solve some really tricky case, and ever since then he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else at the yard even knows half of what cases he's working on.
That's not how it's supposed to work, is it?
Go home. This has nothing to do with you.
Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death.
Can you at least tell us your side of the story?
There's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
Everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. We are on the wrong screen.
We are.
Whose fault was that, Pete?
The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we
Yes.
play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor. And
Flawless.
just so you know,
I blame.
poor Pete and Sarah both have overheating CPUs.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I blame the really hot British weather.
It sucks.
If there's one thing that, the stereotype about Britain, obviously, is that it rains all the time. And yeah, that's pretty common, although it's actually less raining and more just generally overcast. However, that means when the sun does come out, it's a bit uncomfortable.
Just a bit.
And
when
so,
you're
yes.
just melting, just sitting, doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's
So,
lovely.
Did you say it was 31 Celsius?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Which is about like 85 degrees Fahrenheit
And-
for those
and
who are
we-
based in Japanifornia.
So and
California.
we don't have air conditioning in this country
No.
particularly. So yeah, so
Which
it's
shocked me, by the way, when I learned that. I was like, oh, why don't you guys turn on the air conditioner? It's like, we don't have it.
what air
I'm
conditioner?
like, you what?
What air conditioner, you posh git?
It's reserved for offices only over
But yeah,
here.
for yes.
business buildings.
Commercial operations, which we are. I know it might seem like one, but this isn't one. So anyway,
But anyway, enough about the weather
Yes,
and those sweating balls.
if you find yourself enjoying this hot mess that is Disillusion Plays this week, then
Quite literally.
why don't
Yeah.
you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell.
Yeah.
And with that, let's hit new game and start again.
You what? You what?
No. We can't do that. We need to
No.
find out what's happened to our boy,
Yes, we do. We certainly do.
our Scottish boy.
Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean?
Yes, so it seems. Your stooped little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day.
Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo.
Good.
So Professor Hairbrain is safely back in Germany now.
He is. That's the intention, anyway.
Now go away.
So, it appears our conversation has run dry.
Oh God, it's like Pete and I after talking for 5 minutes.
You beat me to it.
You know, again, so it's a dichotomy of friendship, because like Sarah and I, you know, we'll talk and we'll sometimes kind of go on and on for about 30 minutes back and forth between our weeks and everything else. And then it's like I come to Pete, it's like, hey, how are you, Pete? Work's work.
Yeah.
It's been a week. How are you? Oh, I'm fine.
Great, same time next week.
And then that's it.
We do talk.
Sarah will sometimes leave, and then Pete and I will just have to sit in the call and be like,
They say this, but you guys can hold a conversation.
Well, no, when you say...
how about that cricket game? Yes, I mean, stock prices.
Here's a reference for you all. I'm not going to put a visual, but if you get it, then that's great. They say, did you see that ludicrous display last night?
Ah, there it is. I was just thinking that, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
There was a 2 seconds. Hey, that's how long it takes before Pete's like, so, same time next week.
Look, I don't like awkward pauses, okay?
Can you stop bullying me? we're less than a minute in.
I'm not bullying you. It's just the nature of our friendship. It's not a criticism.
Sounds an awful lot like bullying.
Oh.
There was a 2-second silence, that's all.
Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you.
What do you mean, excuse you? You can't go anywhere.
I say, excuse me, I'm not the one that's detained.
I want to go back to reading.
I'd like you to excuse yourself, but as there is no chance of that happening... I was wondering, Lord Van Zieks, if you'd like... No. I'd be happy to be your barrister. I'd be happy to advocate for you.
I'd rather die.
Oh.
You trust me, do you?
Well, let's not throw around words like trust or value or respect, but you know.
Even when I say Nipponese.
Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people.
Badly, I might add.
I've seen the concussion you gave to that poor gentleman when you hit him over the head with the bottle.
So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly.
It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one.
Oh, dear.
What?
Not the police. Not the judiciary. God damn it, again. I can never remember. Is it judiciary or is it judiciary?
Judiciary.
Judiciary.
Okay. I thought it was, but we've been held upon it enough times that every time I see it, I mentally panic.
I get that.
Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you, Nipponese.
Oh, that's very racist.
But please.
I have no intention of engaging your services.
Well, then perish them.
The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems.
Oh.
Even though I haven't really done anything to him, other than beat him in court every single time.
Too wide and too deep, you say? I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again.
Well.
Then neither of us will waste any more time. Meh.
Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Zieks and what happened to Inspector Gregson.
Now that reminds me, we were told that we had to investigate something in Van Zieks' office. I don't know if it was a dresser or something or a drawer.
Yeah, I think so.
And we
Oh,
were told
yes.
that we would find something amusing.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
I sure hope that nobody goes through my things while I'm indisposed.
So
Although that
where
being
do
said,
we
it doesn't
go?
appear to be there. Let's see. It's been such a chill. Come on, Susato. Where should we go? I don't believe we've visited this for a long
Okay, I
time.
guess we'll
so
go in there then.
Probably there.
Oh,
Lord-
back to the sussy backer.
To the Lord Chief Justice's office. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. I don't know why I was going to say so. You've made good time.
who's
I
this?
took an express train back to
Is this
London.
Kazuma?
I would imagine so.
Okay. I took an express train back to London.
Or is it
Is Kazuma going to be defending him?
I would say so.
Ooh.
That makes the most sense to me. He's his apprentice. Well, it's not going to be what's his name?
But he's been he's
It's not going to be Winston Payne. Ouchie.
ouchie,
Ouchie, ouchie, is it?
Sakatushi.
Ouchie. What is it?
Sakatushi
Ta-
ouchie.
is it it's Taketsuchi.
Taketsuchi.
Taketsuchi,
Yes,
yes.
that's the one.
Taketsuchi ouchie.
That's the one.
That's the one with his Brooklyn accent over in Japan.
Yes. Indeed.
Who dis?
I can hear Lord Stronghart. Can you?
Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone.
Oh, it is
it
Kazuma.
was indeed Kazuma. Is everything in place?
I had a private compartment on the train, so I could check all the paperwork.
Why is it question? We know who this is.
Well,
We
maybe
can see him now.
maybe someone has knocked him out and stolen his uniform.
It's
Kazuma-sama!
Oh. Well, there goes the element of surprise.
Oof.
It seems we have some eavesdroppers. Ah, your timing is impeccable.
it is.
I think Kazuma's going to be the prosecution.
Yeah, I
And
think
he's good. Stronghart's going to make Ryunosuke be the defense.
100%. 1,000%.
Yeah.
No doubt you've heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry.
Yes.
I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Stronghart. That Lord Van Zieks could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson.
No, because it was me.
I believe only in the facts. And the facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Van Zieks for this crime. I really have no idea what that intonation was. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective.
Oh, no! Surely not!
Oh, yes. It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow, the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable processes.
Swift.
Equitable.
Equitable?
Equitable.
Did I say equitable?
You said equitable. Fine. So does that mean the trial is tomorrow?
Precisely.
Oh.
Lovely.
In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions.
Oh.
But,
Oh.
Kazuma.
I go by many names. That name is dead to me. That man is dead.
Oh, God.
Ah, but of course, you're already acquainted, aren't you?
Excuse me. Bless me.
Mr. Asogi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings,
Oh.
leading the prosecution.
I called it! Oh, this is awkward.
I mean, the writing was on the wall, wasn't it? But like, leading the prosecution.
Wait.
Oh, I don't like this.
What? Kazuma?
I do not like this.
As I'm sure you're aware, he is a very capable practitioner of law.
Susato's loyalties are going to be so torn.
Perhaps, is Susato going to be the judge? Is she going to have...
No, she's going to like run over to be his judicial assistant. Then Ryunosuke is going to have
the
to try to figure
betrayal.
everything out himself.
The betrayal.
She has to be the...
Betrayal!
She has to be the judge, and then we can have the true triangle.
Yes.
They can sit. They can literally sit in a triangle.
Oh, what I would absolutely love is Susato comes in posing as a new, defense attorney. And
What,
she
like
dresses up
Ryutaro?
as Ryutaro. I would love to see that again.
I would like to see Ryutaro again.
She's
It's
so
definitely-
I would
it was
too.
very cute.
Kazuma-sama? A prosecutor?
Oh, it's Edgeworth all over again.
Oh, I don't like this. Kazuma.
Oh, look
Except,
at that
except in
grumpy
this case, it was
Smolder.
really, I guess they were kind of friends, but it was more rivals that became friends and now friends becoming rivals.
Oh.
Oh no, he's standing right behind me, isn't he?
don't like this.
I'm sure you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be closely followed all over London. In fact, no. People all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds.
There's no salvation for anyone under trial and prosecuted by the Reaper of the Bailey. And now, the Reaper himself must stand at the dock.
Quite so. The public want answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those escaped convictions... I'm doing a good job today. Answers about how and why those who escaped conviction subsequently died mysterious deaths.
Lord Van Zieks firmly denies any involvement in such matters.
Well, I mean, wouldn't anybody who's accused deny?
And there have been thorough investigations that have proven him to be innocent.
That's
What did I
certainly...
say?
You said thorough. We're going to be correcting
thorough.
each other. It's the...
Oh, you too.
it's,
Thorough investigation?
it is indeed.
I don't know with this accent. Thorough? Thorough?
No, it's
Thorough.
thorough. It's in
Thorough?
the UK. It would be thorough.
Yeah.
Thoroughly.
Yeah.
Thorough.
Yeah. Yeah. That's certainly true, or it has been, at least until now.
Oh,
No, tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history.
Oh, he's off again. Don't like seeing prosecutor. Don't like it.
So, Kazuma will be prosecuting tomorrow.
I mean, you know that he's evil because he's got a ruff or a cravat. rather.
No, I know.
He's got a cravat. He's definitely an evil man now. He's bad. That's right.
but he's a defense lawyer, Lord Stronghart.
Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles. And imagine what it will mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. You'd not be getting out of this one. A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree?
if I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to get him convicted. Absolutely. I've no doubt at all that Kazuma will be razor sharp as a prosecutor.
But why Kazuma-sama? There are surely many other highly skilled prosecutors in Great Britain.
It was a personal request. I asked to be assigned to the trial.
I got his wine bottles for the last time. You asked for this? But why?
It'll all become clear tomorrow.
Oh, God!
I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you?
Because I sure
Well-
do love going into court without knowing anything about the case!
Yeah!
Until I'm there!
Yeah! I just prove proves his skills as an attorney.
You're freaking-
Kazuma, the last time that you said, "All will be revealed soon," you then hit your head on a cat and then gone from my life for about 5 years or something.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you're slightly misremembering the order of events. Hit his head on a cat.
Tripped on a cat and hit his head on a cat. The point is, there was a cat involved and he hit his head, and we thought he was dead, and then he came back, but no more cliffhangers!
And he got his arm swallowed by a snake, and then the Russians came, and it's just like, oh my god.
Do you want me to say it again?
Oh, apologies.
Oh, it's alright.
Well, I'd already offered, but I was told no.
Although, the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation.
I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. It seems unprecedented. Quite exceptional, in fact. A conflict of interest.
You are quite right, Miss Mikotoba. Mikotoba, for God's sake. Miss Mikotoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. After all, the accused is one of Britain's greatest prosecutors, the pride of the Empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive it as the judiciary closing ranks. Closing ranks.
That's...
Oh, sorry. As the judiciary closing ranks. Sorry, yeah, okay.
I was wondering about that, but I didn't want to.
It's okay. I didn't grasp it until after I'd said it. I was like, okay, whoopsie.
So that's why you're happy to let a foreigner handle the prosecution?
Ryunosuke. Let's see how your skills have been honed after practicing law in this land for so many months.
I'm starting to regret giving you Sticky back.
I want my Sticky.
Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end well, my friend.
Ooh. Sounds a bit cocky there. He's a bit sure of himself.
I mean, I do have a 100% win rate. So. Oh, yes. We noticed that there was a gun at the scene of Inspector Gregson's death. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Van Zieks?
I know nothing about any weapons. At all. That would be a question for the lead detective investigating the scene.
Well, the thing is...
This is the first time I've seen him make that pose.
Yeah. She wasn't sure, so she told me I should ask somebody higher up who might know.
That's right, Mr. Naruhodo. That's right, Mr. Naruhodo. Be direct.
Yeah, sorry for pausing on the gesture. I just wondered if his pose was revealing anything to us that we should take note of. But
oh, I wish it would reveal
like
something that
like,
he's guilty as charged.
like a bit, like, you know, like a sort of a bit of gunpowder on the gloves or something. But no, I couldn't see anything. It's certainly a model that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement. Yes. Which includes prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine.
In that case, it could actually have belonged to the victim.
No, Gregson had his gun on his person.
What about Lord Van Zieks?
Yeah, it was definitely him. He claims it's currently not in his possession.
Oh, how convenient.
What?
What? Like, according to his story, he lost it.
What need have I for a gun when my sword and fangs, my sword will serve me just as well.
Sweet. And now I can fight with all my assets, fangs included. In
If you
short,
haven't already played Baldur's Gate 3, you should.
Yes.
And if you want us to play through Baldur's Gate 3, then
Taylor,
I'm sorry
shut
to
up!
disappoint you.
Shut up!
But we
God.
won't be able to.
Stop! Stop it!
Jesus will be there, we'll be there till we die.
If you want us to play through Baldur's Gate 3, then you'll be sorely disappointed because we would like to finish it before we die.
I wasn't saying that I literally said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he said, like, you'll be disappointed.
All right.
You would chastise
I apologize.
Pete just didn't even listen after I said,
did
if you want us to.
You did the thing. You usually, when you do that, you'll be like, oh yeah, look, this game, we'll just play this.
Well, it was all a ruse.
It was a ruse.
It was a ruse.
Pete's just in an aggressive mood, apparently. I'm sorry. I'll go sit in the corner.
I think I need to get him some ice water.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner.
Okay.
Bye, Pete. Nice knowing you. Stronghart, it's actually your line. You need to come back.
I'm sat in the corner.
Get your butt back on that chair.
Fine. In short, it's more than a little suspicious.
But just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant's is no proof that it actually is. It is. It's no proof it actually is. Yes, I am so angry I can't even talk.
Oh
Mr.
dear.
Sato, are you all right?
No, I am quite distraught. What is happening? Kazuma is a prosecutor. This guy is guilty as F.
Mr. Naruhodo, could you please control your judicial assistant? Or I'll have to ask you both to leave.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was just...
I mean, it's not like the previous week where we lost about 10 minutes to us making a joke about his hands.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, of course not.
Oh, please, no. Don't set me off again.
Don't. Come back. Or you'll have to sit in the naughty corner.
Be careful, or you're going to have to pull your left hand in.
Stop
Taylor, say the damn line.
Nevertheless, the situation is gravy for Lord Van Zieks.
Gravy.
Gravy and potatoes.
Do we want to show this knob anything, or... Look, it's hair.
It's hair.
Oh, that's
Would
not-
look good on you.
That's not the present button. That's the present button.
Right.
Look, it's...
Does he know anything about the redheaded?
I wonder if he knows anything about the dismissal of the one guy.
Oh, maybe.
No.
That doesn't sound like he's going to tell us anything.
Could I show you this, Lord Stronghart?
I'm the Lord Chief Justice. I'm not here to offer advice about evidence.
Oh.
Well, all right then.
Especially when the evidence in question is so dull.
Well.
Ah, so that's the real reason.
Okay. Gun.
Gun.
Gun!
Nope.
Nope.
How about the key?
Yeah, I'm surprised Gina wasn't interested in the key.
The little guy. I don't think this is going to do anything. No.
No.
No, I don't think we're going to get anything out of him. Maybe let's try examining Kazuma and see if that opens a dialogue tree. Examine. Kazuma.
I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but it'll be all right now.
Has your memory completely returned?
Yes, completely. I remember everything.
And that's why
Even
I
the
can't.
tongue twisters?
And that's why I can't stand
Quiet
to
you.
be with you. Because of all the bullying around the tongue twisters, I've decided to go full-on prosecutor. Why are you pulling a face, Sarah?
Because I was going to make that joke.
Oh! I'm
Pete
sorry.
has stolen
It's okay.
Sarah's
It's
joke.
all right. You can't read minds.
Pete's a dirty joke thief.
You can't read minds.
I'm sorry. I come up with jokes so infrequently.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. Including what I was coming here to do.
Right.
Kazuma-sama, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you alive and well like this. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia?
It was the voice.
What?
It's like it was Paul Atreides. That's a Dune joke.
Shh. This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Sounds like my brain. Go to London. That's where your destiny awaits.
Is this where the...
Oh.
Is this where
No,
the...
the voice...
Go on, Taylor.
Nope, you go.
No, you...
The voice in my head is just like, you suck, you suck, you suck.
Yeah, pretty mine kind of does too.
I was going to suggest that... Is this where the supernatural element creeps into the game?
Oh, God.
After all this time, we're finally going to see, like, sort of a bit of, you know, the whole spirit medium element. Like, it's actually a spirit.
Oh,
it's
God.
not going to. This game hasn't had any spiritual stuff. So
Yeah.
I would be surprised if anything like that happens. Could surprise me. Could
Maybe.
surprise me.
It was that voice that guided me here to London.
I'm so sorry for what's happened.
Anyway, my memory might have returned to me. But there's something that won't return to the way it was before.
Our friendship. And when I say friendship, I mean our sordid romance.
Oh my!
What? Huh? What do you mean?
I'm a prosecutor now. So I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon.
Or maybe that's why he's become a prosecutor, so they can cross. They can be together more. They can be more. They can be like, so we can cross. We can cross blades.
I think he just wants to test his abilities against Ryunosuke.
We can cross literary blades in court.
Crossed swords, if you will.
Yes.
But goodness gracious. Sally. It doesn't look like we're going to glean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Stronghart.
Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery.
Ouch.
Ah, okay. Sorry to have taken up so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
God, I hate this guy.
Oh,
Oh, that's Kazuma.
hold it! Before you go, Ryunosuke.
And he punches him in the face.
Nah.
Oh, what is it, Kazuma?
I just wanted to thank you.
Kazuma-sama? What?
For making me look so good by comparison.
Ooh! Oh dear.
You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection.
Oh.
You always were intent on studying British law in order to change our own justice system. It was your dream, and Mr. Naruhodo didn't want that to die with you.
No, but as you're still alive now, I guess we can just do whatever we want.
Yes. But I had another purpose for coming here.
Are you going to tell me what it is? No.
I had to kill 4 people on a piece of paper.
Oh, no. Don't say such things.
Oh, no. They would bring Kazuma back only to just have to throw him away in the slammer.
No.
Oh?
You're not going to tell me, are you?
I actually have a favor to ask.
Which is?
This trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow. I'd like you to be there to see how it ends. Right in front of me, as the defense counsel.
Well, I mean,
What? Why? What's this all about?
I know you have what it takes.
But Lord Van Zieks would never put his fate in my hands.
do you know, I wonder if actually the way this is going and the reason why he's getting Ryunosuke to do it is that, like, Van Zieks trusts him to find the truth, right? And he knows that Ryunosuke will also find the truth. And so while it obviously initially seems like it's going to be this sort of clash of wits, two best friends fighting against each other, that what it's actually going to be is that they all find the truth together and deal with the whole...
Exposing the conspiracy.
Yes. I
Yeah,
wonder if
'cause-
that's his true goal here.
See, yeah, because I wonder if, Kazuma will want to know about his dad, I would think, and what happened there. Why he did what he did, maybe.
Why you're
Sorry,
Is it-
I'm
did
just like thinking about, and then Iris is like, I wish I could know about my daddy.
Yeah, I I am not looking forward to that being divulged.
They're kicking the can down the road so far.
I know.
'Cause it's like, oh, I want to see my daddy again someday. It's like that one picture of the woman biting the laptop. It's just like,
Yeah.
Iris will make up that meme picture of the kid in the foreground with the burning house in the background.
Oh.
That'll be Iris in the courtroom in the background
God,
when she finds out.
But Lord Van Zieks would never put his face in my hands.
On the contrary, he recognizes your talent.
Does he fuck?
Oh, got him!
He does?
It's not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this. Aww.
Happy Gregson.
Aww.
That's a smile?
Oh, that's so cute.
That is pretty cute.
It's true.
That's Lord Van Zieks and Inspector Gregson.
He's not got the scar on his face.
No.
No.
It's also weird to see Gregson with a smile on his face, honestly.
Hey,
Two of them.
don't
with
talk ill of the dead.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though, right?
Yes.
Like, both of them
And
have
if-
got a smile.
In a photograph that must have been taken some time ago by the look of it.
Damn, Clint is a handsome boy.
Sarah, down go. And who's the third person?
It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office.
In Gregson's office, you mean?
No, the other detective.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him take a different view. Take it.
Alrighty.
I don't understand. Why are you giving me this?
Just hurry, Ryunosuke. Visiting hours at the prison are almost over.
What are you doing, Kazuma?
Yes, I'm back now.
here?
Oh, you've not gone yet.
For goodness.
Are you finished using my office for your private conversations? Oh, good.
You're presently 30 seconds overdue from leaving out the front door.
Oh, there she is. Do you know? I don't believe we visited this place for some time. We literally just came from there.
We just came.
From there. I know what you're doing, Taylor. I know what you're doing.
Okay, Zeeksy boy. Time to take a trip down memory lane.
God.
Oh, back again, are we?
Lord Van Zieks is still reading that letter. Do you suppose he knows how to read?
He's just like staring at the same page, just like,
Oh,
what does it mean?
We've been gone quite some time, though.
Either he's an incredibly slow reader, or it's an incredibly long letter. I might even be able to read English faster than he can.
Hopefully he's a...
Do you often speak ill of people?
Do you realise that
you.
I was intending to ignore you entirely, but after listening to that, I felt I had to stand up for myself. But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese.
Oh! Sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that.
You should try closing your mouth the next time you speak internally. I had the case notes brought to me in secret. I was reading them to pass the time.
Yes, we heard that your trial is set for tomorrow.
Which is none of your business.
Actually, I think it might be.
So, have you found a lawyer?
How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This is nothing to do with you.
In other words, no.
We were just talking to Lord Stronghart, and the prosecutor for your trial has been decided.
I'd expect nothing less. Though I have no idea who it is.
It's going to be Kazuma Asogi.
Asogi?
That made the color drain from his face, and there wasn't that much there to begin with.
I heard that. Huh. Well then. Well then. It seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with you again after all. We must show him
The picture.
the picture.
Look at this photograph! Lord Van Zieks, we came by this old photograph.
Where did you get that?
I can't bear to have a picture of me smiling. It will ruin my entire image.
It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor. It's almost unbelievable. I'm smiling. I assumed it was long lost.
Is the man on the left there?
Yes. That's my brother, Clint. The details of Grigson's photograph have been updated in the court record.
It had to be, really.
Not see the family resemblance.
You can almost see the purple
Apparently,
hair in the black and white
this picture
photograph.
was
Oh, God damn. I'm sorry.
prominently displayed in Gregson's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know. Were you aware of that?
Respect? That's nonsense.
No, we've heard someone attest to it very clearly. Inspector Gina Lestrade, no less.
Why did you whisper that last part? Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers in arms, jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matter. That was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you.
I feel as though I got a nice glimpse of the past then, too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes. A brief twinkle before they went back to being dead and cold and soulless.
Do you often talk about people like this to their face? Do you get off
Well,
it or
Kazuma
something?
did say straight talk would be what's warranted here, so an insight into the true nature of this man known to all as the stone-cold Reaper of the Bailey.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Is it-
Let's see if we can
Oh.
talk to him now. 10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecutions at the time, was murdered. And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by when I don't curse the name Asogi.
Kenshin Asugi was Kazuma-sama's father.
So what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me in some kangaroo court.
I still don't understand why Lord Stronghart apprenticed Kazuma to you.
It's what he does. No doubt he knew of the young man's true identity from the outset.
But what could he have been hoping to achieve?
And let's not forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered from his amnesia. Why would Lord Stronghart assign this trial to somebody like that?
Asogi. That name is the very epitome of my bane. The bane that is you Nipponese.
Right. Your hatred of all us Japanese.
Yep.
The Nipponese Bane.
Oh, yes! I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor. I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened, 10 years ago. My brother, Clint, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer.
The so-called professor.
No, the prosecutor. Assigned to the investigation as his partner was a certain visiting student dispatched from Scottish Yard.
And that was Genshin Impact.
Exactly. Their name was Paimon. I developed a deep respect for the little floating thing. Although I wanted to eat her.
My God.
That is a reference. I'm not just being weird.
I know it's a reference. I'm more surprised that you know that it's
Because
a
I've
reference.
played the opening 5 minutes of the game. Sarah wouldn't have got it, which is why I
Yeah,
explained it for Sarah.
when you said, I'm like,
She
I
thought-
need context here
Sarah's
because
like,
this sounds.
This sounds like
very dodgy.
you're trying to eat like a small child-like thing, and that's gross.
Yeah.
No, it's...
I wondered if I needed to call the FBI, pal.
Well,
I mean-
you call MI6, surely.
MI6. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous in the extreme to me. But none of us saw the true nature of the man.
And one day he took my orange, and that was that.
So I lost everything when it happened. My esteemed brother, the people I believed in, any semblance of right prevailing over wrong.
How awful.
To avenge my brother, I prosecuted Ryunosuke's trial. It wouldn't ordinarily have been allowed. But I beleaguered?
Beleaguered.
I thought so. But I beleaguered the ascribed prosecutor until he consented.
I went up to him and I was like, beleaguer, 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 beleaguer.
What do you mean by...
All day and all night until finally he snapped.
What do you mean by the ascribed prosecutor?
The man in charge of the Professor case inquiry, Lord Mail Stronghart.
What?
Well, isn't that interesting? Wait, what? Lord Stronghart?
This has all been a setup.
He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead.
This just made me wonder if Kazuma's father wasn't guilty and it was planted, and he's got Lord Van Zieks when he's like, oh, well, yeah, you can prosecute, and then it turns out he actually convicted an innocent man to death, and he's had that power hold over him since then.
It would actually explain why the guy helped him escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Daily Vigil. If
Yeah.
he was framed and he was an innocent man and Daily helped him escape, then maybe it is all a tragedy.
I hate Strong.
Sarah hasn't liked him from the jump, so...
Oh, he better get some good karma if he is guilty AF.
Since that time, he's the one person to whom I felt indebted.
Oh, well, isn't that convenient?
My blood boils.
And it's not just the weather, pal.
No. No.
Because, I mean, my blood boils too, but that is the weather.
I'm sure he must have seen your zeal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor.
And Fall Guy.
I don't believe that for a second. More of a scapegoat, I would
Yes.
think.
Anyway, time passed. But then, earlier this year, who should arrive in London but you? And of all things, as a lawyer.
Who then proceeded to beat you with 100% win.
Boom.
Are you saying something?
Oh no.
Nothing. I felt your animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom.
I mean-
it wasn't exactly subtle. What
Yeah,
you saying.
not subtle at all.
Sailor breathe. Sailor breathe.
Sounds like a test signal.
Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese.
I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years, that hatred had festered inside me. I could no longer control it. Hence my repeated use of Nipponese.
And I can understand why, now I know the history.
But I'm not going to apologize. But in the same way that I've felt But in the same way that I've long felt the Nipponese to be the...
In the same way that I've felt long, my dear fellow.
If only I could read, man. Only I could,
Reading's hard.
Maybe if I
Reading's
could,
hard.
read a full sentence. But in the same way that I've long felt the Nipponese to be the bane of my life,
Much like Pete.
finding Taylor's interruptions
Now.
to Kazuma Asogi, I am the bane of his. The Reaper who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow.
I don't think that's what this is.
No.
No.
I think it's just finding the truth.
Your gun!
Gun!
Gregson's transfer to the police. Sorry, it's because the 3 P's there. I'm like...
The Paris Police Prefecture.
The Paris Police Prefecture had finally been arranged for the coming month.
Oh no, he was only 2 weeks away from retirement.
But he'll never make it to France now.
Too soon.
He'll never make it to France now. It's a tragedy.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic.
No.
Taylor, you
No.
stop that.
No.
You
No.
stop that right
No.
now.
Don't make me leave. I will walk right out of here.
Oh, yes, come to think of it, he did mention something about that, didn't he?
I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean.
It's the first time I've ever encountered it.
Oh.
The Paris police welcoming an...
What?
No, I'm like, the Paris police welcoming a Scottish detective is almost inconceivable. Even more so than an English detective.
I cannot understand the word he is saying. What is he saying? I do not know.
I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have... I can't imagine what...
Well, you know, I was known for being a magic man, you know.
I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put that arrangement in place.
It sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed.
It's a mystery on top of mysteries.
I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Inspector Gregson's standing. We hear that he was considered something of a legend at Scottish Yard.
Oh, his little
His
tune.
little tune.
Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made a name for himself. By uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made.
Huh. So you know what this is making me wonder?
What sort of
now?
approach? Where Stronghart gave him a piece of evidence that happened to convict
Yes.
the whole thing?
So,
Yeah.
so basically, like, if Stronghart was setting Genshin up
Yeah.
and gave Gregson the piece of evidence that he needed to essentially make his career, maybe Gregson, after all of these years, was finally regretting it, and Stronghart wanted to axe the person that could reveal the secret.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What sort of approach?
After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy.
Oh my! 10 years ago?
Why is that so surprising?
Oh, did her father do the autopsy?
What?
Makoto.
Oh,
Because he was interested in doing like
forensic medicine.
yeah. And he was like particularly interested in like the morgue and stuff. Pretty
Authority
sure.
in forensic medicine.
Didn't he like hang out at the morgue and stuff?
Oh
God, did her dad, like...
And the plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God! It's too much! Too much!
I'm worried that the only plot thread that's not going to get resolved is Iris learning about what the hell happened to her dad.
That would be an extremely loose thread. That's
Like,
got to get
everything
tied
gets
up.
wrapped up. Everything gets wrapped up except we get to the ending credits.
No.
And then it just...
I was going to say, it goes past the ending credits, and we have a little scene at the end where everyone's really happy, and they're all having a picnic, and then somebody accidentally lets slip.
No,
And Iris is like, what?
mean.
And then it ends.
No.
It just, yeah.
Cut
The
to
last
black.
scene is like, oh, yes, by the way, Iris, your father's dead. Wait, what? And then that's it. That's how it ends.
No, it's got to, because his name was on the list. The one I'm intrigued about is Giselle Brett Aishin. Like, what is her connect? Because obviously, like, if Gregson put him away, so that's that connection. Obviously, Kazuma is Genshin Asogi's son. There's that connection there. Wilson, I guess he knew Makoto, but he's got to be, like, linked somewhere. But, like, Giselle Brett makes no sense because she killed Wilson. Unless she went rogue.
Giselle was also a medical student, wasn't she? So maybe she was familiar with Stronghart or knew Stronghart, and that was the reason he was able to pull all of those strings to basically get her back to London.
Unless she kind of went rogue and took... I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
We should probably advance the text. Why is that so surprising?
Autopsy was considered a desecration of the body at the time, and rarely performed. And my brother was, of course, a noble. That made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigations made him determined it was necessary. His powerful conviction somehow influenced the House of Lords, and as a result, I could avenge my brother's death.
So, you must have had great confidence in the inspector's
Oh,
abilities.
no, I've just thought it was Dr. Scythe who did the autopsy.
Probably.
No, she did. But she fudged it. She?
Huh?
No, she fudged the autopsy for the
For the guy,
for Genshin.
Her name was on the professor's thing, though. Forgot about that. Her name was on the professor's autopsy report. Pretty sure. It won't be in this one, will it? We've solved the case for that one. Sorry. And it's even...
Yeah, no, I mean, for the professor's autopsy report, sure, but she wouldn't have had anything to do with Clint's. Maybe.
Oh, ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to shut up. I'm being a thicko.
Just play the game.
And it's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life.
Inspector Gregson. Inspector Gregson. My boy. My gun.
About the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene.
Oh, yes. That's not mine.
Really? Because common opinion seems to be that it is.
And by common opinion, I suppose you mean that of male Stronghart, yes? What do you expect me to say to that?
I wonder if it's Maelstrom.
Maelstrom.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Lord Stronghart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm.
As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid it's true.
When did you lose it, then?
That, I don't know.
Oh,
I was issued with a revolver when I... Revolver. I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stowed it somewhere, I suppose. Or left it somewhere, perhaps.
you have something in common with Lord Van Zieks after all. A talent for misplacing things.
Oh, thank you, Miss Susato, because this is an excellent time to bring that up.
No, this has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it.
Don't make the mistake of associating me with this... Nipponese.
Oh dear. The rift is very wide, isn't it?
And deep.
So it's not decisive evidence, clearly. But it doesn't look good, that's for sure.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Mr. Do you mind? I'm trying to say something here. Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh! That's the first time he's ever used my actual name.
I've lost all confidence in my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary. I've done it.
I thought you were doing a bit.
I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers. So I don't trust you, you understand? But there's one thing I'm willing to believe in. And that's that we have to leave it till next time. Almost.
What's that?
That which you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom. A simple determination to know the truth.
Lord Van Zieks.
Ryunosuke, from the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago, is he professing his love to him?
Maybe.
From the very first...
I wonder if this actually was about a year ago when you consider how long ago that we did the...
Maybe.
Yeah. From the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now.
Over a year ago in our time.
But
yes.
I couldn't deny it, even though I dearly wished I could.
Lord Van Zieks, I'm beginning to worry that you're not talking about my legal acumen here.
Sarah, you're joking. I saw what you just did. You're joking.
No. But could he deny it?
I was joking before.
No, it actually was nearly time. Not quite, but it was nearly. But unfortunately now, it is time to end the episode. Thank you.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm
It's my fault.
Why is it your fault? I'm the one ending the episode.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. If you do like what we do, then please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday.
And drop a comment if you like. We like reading them most of the time when they're nice. We like nice comments. We don't like nasty comments. They're me.
The minis.
But we do like nice comments.
Yes.
We do read them all.
And until next time, we will see you again.
See you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, keep your Pete and Sarahs in a cool, dry place or they're liable to overheat.